I can't believe it. I really can't. If you'd have told me this 2 years ago, I'd have thought you was crazy. All right, let's see here this morning. Let's see. Nope, looking good. Looking good. No leaks. Perfect. Perfect. Well, good morning, y'all. I changed the oil in ESSO yesterday and just double check and make sure that I didn't do anything wrong and I didn't have an oil leak this morning. Looks good. All right. Just double checking. I also want to double check the fuel filter too, because I changed the fuel filter yesterday, and that's definitely something I don't want leaking on me. And no leaks there. That looks good. I gotta tell y'all something though, and I'm starting to wonder, and I have no idea how many people have owned ESSO. Just don't know. It's a 71 model. Who knows how long or how many people have owned this beautiful truck. And the guy that owned it previously that we got it from, he didn't have it too long, probably because it kept, running batteries down because the alternator was hooked up backwards. But that wasn't the only thing that I found. The fuel filter was pretty nasty. It was. Now, these fuel filters have a certain flow. Right there, you see that arrow? All right, that's pointing towards your flow. So this is the fuel pump side, so it's pushing fuel up through here, around and into the carburetor. The one I took off was actually backwards. What made it worse was that not only did it have an arrow, it actually said this end to the carburetor. As y'all can see, this is the one, the fuel filter I took off. You can see it's pretty nasty. And if you look, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera or not, but right there's the arrow, and it says to carb. So this end should have went to the carburetor. Right there. Alternator was backwards and the fuel filter was backwards. I hope this fella had his pants on right, didn't have them on backwards. All right, let's go. Well, I already know. Well, in the last video, y'all know that Opie got out of his stall. And so we got the cameras facing right on him, and we've been checking it lately to see, if we could catch him in action. But I looked this morning, unless he's out now. I looked first thing this morning, and we looked, me and Brooke both, we got the cameras on our phone, and we looked several times last night, and he's still in there. Some of y'all suggested that Jesse may have let him out. And y'all know old sweet Jessie, I guess she could have. She's smart enough. All right, let's go double check here and see if Opie is indeed still here. He was when I looked earlier this morning on the cameras, but let's see what he looks like now. Where's the rest of the gang, huh? There's Mildred. Oh, I see Big Moo. Down there, Honey and Jesse talking to him this morning. Good morning, y'all. Let's see, yep, there they are. There they are. What's up, partner? Everybody's doing fine. Hadn't got out anymore, that's great. Look at your hair. I must say, Opie, you do got better hair than Ernest T. I mean, look at that hair. I mean, Ernest T's got some beautiful hair, but yours is, you may have even better hair than Nugget. We don't need to let the sheriff know that, but you may have better hair than Nugget, partner. Y'all come on. Come on out here and shake a leg. Come on now. There you go. And we're off this morning. Well, we were. Here we go. Here we go. You just never know when you let these guys out. Sometimes they do this right here. They run and jump and dance and squirm and put on a show like this. Some mornings you let these guys out and they just tiptoe. But this morning we're getting a show, y'all. The running's fun, right? But it's these little mannerisms. That's what's so funny to me. Look, this right here is just. You done, brother? You done? Y'all gonna get some water? There we go. Just a little twitching and twirling, and that's what gets me. There's Brooke down there. I don't know what she's doing this morning. I bet she's looking for goose eggs. Good morning, y'all. Come on. Oh my goodness. Y'all come on. Oh, Brooke opened up that door. Right there. Y'all come on. Y'all come on. We're gonna shut it back. There's really, I mean, I don't mind if they go in here at all. There's nothing in here. Now, and I'm starting to think that it might be that they're just outgrowing that little stall. You know, they grow pretty fast, as you guys can see. And they're ready to spread out their little wings. Or their legs. But it won't be much longer, and we're gonna have those guys moved pretty quick. They're big enough now. They've been around Nugget in between the fences, and Catherine over there at G&G Farm is about got everything ready on her end, so Goldie can make the transition over to her farm.
So everybody knows that Nugget loves red grapes. And I want to take these over to Ernest T and Opie and see if they like them as much as Nugget does. All right, fellas, the cows are wanting to be fed, but I got my hands full with red grapes. And I want to know if you boys like them as much as Mr. Nugget does. Well, you spit that one out, so that one's a no-go. How about you, Ernest T? Come here, buddy. Look here. What you think about red grapes? I think both of you spit them out. So that just must be a Nugget thing. That's my finger. That's why I have my hand flat, so you can get just the grape. Yep, they spit them out, y'all. Come here. Ernest T, look at here, buddy. Come here. Yeah, I think Nugget's gonna have to teach y'all how to eat red grapes. So there's your proof. It's a Nugget thing.
Good morning, bovine crew. Aren't y'all a lovely looking bunch? Yes, you are. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? Come on. There you go, buddy. I better put this bracelet on, Matilda. I know what's gonna happen if I don't. Come on. Shake and Bake don't like the grapes.
They don't like them. They think it's something to play with, and they would, you know, pick them up, put them in their mouth, and then drop them. It's obviously just a Nugget thing.
Well, here's the thing, though. Nugget only likes the purple ones. He don't care for green grapes.
He didn't care for the green ones, and Goldie doesn't like them either. Goldie doesn't like any of them.
So, out of the 4 emus living here currently, only one likes grapes.
Only one likes grapes, and I'm not giving him all these. So.
No, we don't give him all those. Which, I say this all the time. They're all different.
All different.
They all have each. You would think if Nugget likes grapes, then all emus like grapes.
Well, that was my thinking. Is I'll go, you know, share the love and,
Yeah.
and let Ernest T and Opie enjoy some of them too. But everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
That's right.
I know, baby. I know. All right, come on. You ate your breakfast. Come on, let's let you out this morning. Come on. Come on, gorgeous. All right, there you go. There you go. Thought you may take off running. Nope, not today, huh? Not running today. I don't blame you. It's kind of warm out there. Isn't it, Peach? Well, Peaches says she's not going to run this morning. Peaches has already eaten, and she's down for the count. Peach! Hey, you not... you're not even completely finished, are you? Hmm? All right. I'm going to try something new today, okay? Hopefully this works.
Well, since we can't let Nugget eat this many grapes, I know a way for them not to go to waste. Oh, you know that these girls and Cheese and a couple of guys are going to meet me at the fence because they're ready for their scratch. But hey, girls, how about we get an extra special treat today? Instead of just scratch, let's have some grapes too. Oh yeah. I think there's enough chickens there that nobody's gonna get too many. She said, save some for me. Y'all know that I wasn't just gonna let you have grapes. You gotta have that scratch too. Everybody come on. Not everybody got a grape. So we're gonna make sure everybody gets a treat this morning. Y'all are walking with me. Walk with me. There we go. Everybody gets a little scratch.
Good morning, Biscuit. How you doing, baby? How you doing this morning? Hmm? Yeah. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. All right, I gotta get Big Willie style and racing Reska fed, and when I get back, I'm gonna give y'all a big update on Termite. What is going on, buddy? Huh? What's going on this morning? You doing okay, partner? There you go. There you go. There you go, buddy. Come on, racing Reska. Come on, beautiful. There you go. There you go. Y'all come on, let's talk about termite. Big termite update this morning is that Mr. George came by. He brought some parts with him, and he is, well, he wanted me to give him the full okay on the rest of the parts for termite here, and we are going to pull the motor and rebuild it again. Sounds crazy, I know, but he wants it done right, and so he's got all the parts ordered. Like I said, some of it has already came in, and then the stuff he ordered yesterday should be in the next week or so. So termite engine will be pulled, and we're going to rebuild it, but not to worry, because this is going to go a good bit faster than the first go around. Promise you. Unless something crazy happens, we should be good to go with termite here. Again, I can't say it enough, but a huge thank you to Mr. George for helping me with this. He's also been helping me with ESSO when I have questions with that, which is great because I really don't have very many people I can talk cars to that understand what I'm talking about or even want to listen to what I'm talking about. So absolutely do appreciate you, George. 19 eggs this morning.
19 eggs. That seems to be the magic number.
I'm grateful for 19 as hot as it is outside.
Yeah,
I'm telling
true.
you the truth.
Let me show you my favorite one today. It's a different color green.
It is.
It's a, you know, when you're gathering, they all kind of start looking the same, but this one stands out to me.
That one's pretty.
I don't know who lays it, but you know what?
What's that?
The girls got a special treat.
What'd they get?
The rest of the grapes.
They love them too, didn't
They
they?
didn't go to waste.
Good. Cast iron skillet update. We did put the order in the lodge, and they will start manufacturing the skillets. And again, they told us 4 to 6 weeks, and we'll keep you guys posted as soon as, because me and Brooke are gonna have to drive to Tennessee. We're probably gonna rent 2 box trucks, drive to Tennessee, and pick the skillets up and bring them back here. And once all that's said and done and we get our hands on them and start shipping them out, we will definitely let you guys know. But that should be around the 1st or mid of October. But if anything changes, delays or anything, we will definitely let y'all know. Oh, somebody asked, could I show the headliner? What does it look like? And there it is, right there. Oh, have a great early evening plan today. I got a father-daughter date planned, and Mary Carl and I are going to actually go to a car show in our little town here of Clanton, downtown Clanton. It's called Under the Lights. It starts around 6 p.m. tonight, and I'm excited about that, and so is Mary Carl. Holly didn't want to ride back over here. She had made her a big old hole in the dirt and was chilling, and I can't blame her. I'd probably do the same thing. So if y'all been keeping up with us on the live stream and the little video Brooke put out yesterday, we had a scary moment with Brooke's little Pomeranian, Gidget, not Dee Dee, but Gidget. And Gidget is one of those dogs that's absolutely full of life all the time. She never has a bad day. She's wide open. She's always smiling. You know, you can tell when a dog's smiling. Yeah, that's Gidget. She is always just full of it. And the other morning, I think 2 mornings ago, Brooke went to get her out of her crate because Gidget likes sleeping in the crate. She did not come out. She was very lethargic and immediately put us in panic mode because we knew something was wrong. Brooke pulled her, got her out, took her straight to the vet that morning, and her blood work showed that all of her organ functions were absolutely perfect. Kidneys, heart, all that was coming out good, but her blood count was off. And, well, it scared us pretty good. I thought she got poisoned some kind of way. It's kind of how she was acting. But y'all, we don't have anything that our dogs could get into. There's nothing. There's no chemicals. There's no nothing at our house. And they have that little side yard that goes around to the back. And they have inside of the house, and they have that little doggy room, and there's absolutely nothing. And they did do some x-rays, and they found that she did indeed have she was backed up, she was blocked. And they said they thought they saw something that was about to pass. So they gave us, well, she was very dehydrated too. So they gave her an IV, gave her some medicines, gave us some medicines and an IV to give her. And so we've been doing that, and she is way better. She did go to the bathroom one time, which was great. And she has done number 1 a bunch, which is great. So she's no longer super dehydrated. She feels better. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all, Brooke did it again for me. She absolutely did it again. Check out my it's old. I like older stuff. I like keeping this right here out of the junkyard or thrown away or turned into scrap metal. It's just how I am, and I'm getting where I love it even more and more as I get older. I'm going to try to use this on Big Joe. I was looking for a 2-bottom or 1-bottom plow because I can't have anything too big because, number one, my gardens are small. I got 40 by 40 plots, which I have found are the perfect size for me. You through napping, baby? You through napping? You through napping? Oh, hello, Angora. Y'all don't see Angora much. That's Brooke's mom's cat. But I was looking for a 1 bottom or 2 bottom plow for Big Joe, and I want to see if this works. We're fixing to get started on getting the fall garden area ready. Y'all, I want to use Big Joe as much as possible, okay? I really do. I don't want Big Joe just to sit over there. All right, so what's even cooler about this plow is this is a Dearborn farm equipment, which was part of Ford Motor Division for their tractor or farm equipment. So this was actually made for a Ford tractor. How about that? Tell me this stuff wasn't meant to be. All right, so this was made in Birmingham, Michigan. Now, Dearborn changed names in 60 or 61. But I have a model number right here, and I have a serial number over here. Now, this model number means this is a 2 bottom 14-inch plow. That's what this means. That's what I looked up, figured that out. And the serial number means that this was a 50 to 1953 plow. So that's how old this plow is. So this plow was made in either 50 through 53 per the numbers. My tractor is a 48 model Ford 8N. So basically, this plow is almost like the perfect match, I believe, for my tractor. Now, how cool is that? And tell me that wasn't meant to be. We're gonna find out though, because we're fixing to see if this works. If it's not too big, this may be for a bigger Ford tractor, but my gut tells me this is gonna work. But that's just unreal right there. Great piece of history. But I always say they don't make stuff like this anymore. This thing's still going to plow a field. Let's get this plow on Big Joe. Let's see if Big Joe can actually plow up a little plot, and let's just see what happens. I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what it is about the old cars and the old tractors, and I just feel a connection to them. You know what I mean? It's just something about them. I absolutely just feel just a great connection to these old antiques. Something in your gut and heart when you're on, or at least me, when I'm on one of these old cars or old tractors or anything really old, like even the plow. Just feel like this stuff's got a soul, or not necessarily a soul, but character. You know, this tractor has seen some things and been around the block a time or two. I'm also sure that this tractor right here probably, and it ain't no probably to it, this tractor right here more than likely was a small farm or family homestead, and this was their tractor, and this right here provided them food for their family. That's what these tractors, these old 8N tractors were for. This was a game changer back in the day. These smaller compact tractors were inexpensive per se and extremely easy to work on, unless you're Farmer Jason and it takes you, a year or 2 years to figure it out. But other than that, this was the perfect homestead or small farm tractor, and may be still to this day, really truly, because no electronics. Once you figure it out, it is indeed super easy to work on and very reliable. And I shouldn't have said that, right? Big Joe, don't let me down. Don't let me down, Big Joe. And again, talking about affordability, y'all. So if you're a small farm or small homestead, do not think that these old tractors like this won't do what you want to do. You can find these tractors, all day long, because this was such a popular tractor that there's a lot of them. This isn't something that's extremely rare. Your 8Ns, your 9Ns, your 2Ns, your Farmalls, they're everywhere. And they are extremely affordable, in great shape. And so don't think you got to go out and buy a brand new Kubota or John Deere. Or if you're a little small farm or small homestead, do not forget about these old tractors. I'm telling you. Now right now it will not run a tiller, and I don't think it ever will run a tiller because of the way it works. You know, when this thing's turning, it's moving. And so when you're running a tiller, it keeps turning, so it will push the tractor. But they do make these clutch assemblies that go on the back that I know will let you use a cutter or a bush hog behind these tractors. So just to kind of do your research on that, but this thing will plow, it will cultivate. I can use my harrow on it. And this is what farmers and homesteads used back in the day. So don't pass up on these right here. You can find them all day long for great prices. And again, they are easy to work on. And you'll get some learning experience like me. And you're probably saving something from going in the junkyard one day or just rusting away outside in somebody's yard, you know? Love it. Love these guys. All right, Big Joe. I done pumped you up, brother. Don't make me look silly, okay? All right. Oh, got to cut the gas on. Got to cut the gas on. And y'all, there's oodles of videos out there on how to work on these things too. If you want to learn on how to work on something that's carbureted and whatnot, these old tractors are something great to work on, because you will learn so much about how engines work, motors work, carburetors work. This is something perfect to work on. First try. All right, here we go. I'll fix it up fine. All right, now let's go see if you can plow. So the main thing I'm worried about, and I can get weights for the front, is that the plow's too much drag and put too much strain on Big Joe. But when I was doing my research, it said that these tractors could handle a 2-bottom plow, which is 2 blades. That's what that means. Some people call them 2 rows, 2 bottom. There's all kind of names for them. But that's what it said. Now 3 bottom, 4 bottom, you start getting into putting a lot of pressure on these old tractors. But a 2 bottom plow is supposed to work. I know 1 bottom will work well, no problem. But we're about to see if we can plow up some. I'm grinning like a possum. So I should know pretty quick if this is gonna work or not, y'all. You can see my garden, my summer garden's done right there. Now some of y'all may already know if this plow's gonna work or is it not gonna work. But the only one way for me to find out. Woohoo! So I gotta watch my depth. If I go too deep with it, Big Joe can't handle it. So I'm working on that, but so far this is working out pretty daggum good once I get the depth figured out. I didn't think about checking the gas, see how much gas I had. This is what it's all about. Well, y'all, Big Joe knocked it out of the park. Way easier than I expected, especially once I got the feel of how deep I needed to go. I'm so excited and super happy. 1000% I could have just tilled this up with Big Orange and it would have been way easier and faster. But it's just something special about this, and especially this being my granddaddy's tractor, you know? I'm speechless, I really am. This is something right here, y'all, that I've been dreaming of doing ever since I got this tractor. I told y'all when I got this tractor, this was not gonna be a yard ornament. This tractor right here was not gonna sit around and be a rust bucket. I wanted this tractor. This was not no show tractor. This was gonna be a tractor that was gonna be used like my granddaddy used it and like it was meant to be used. And check that dream off my list. God, I can't believe it. I really can't. If you'd have told me this 2 years ago, I'd have thought you was crazy. So again, for somebody out there that's just starting out or got a small farm or small homestead, you don't have to go in debt. You don't have to go buy, you know, this super high dollar, fancy tractor to do something like this at all. You don't. Probably what I'll try to look for next is a small disc that I can put behind. Y'all see how deep a plow? Look, you can't even see Holly over yonder. So I just have to know. I have to know which tractor did y'all have growing up, or did your daddy have, or did your papa have, or grandma, or great-grandma, or great-granddaddy. Which tractor was it? I gotta know, was it an old Ford 8N? Was it a Farmall? I would love to know which tractor you grew up with or have memories of. Please let me know in the comments below. Or if you got any old pictures or anything like that, I'd love to see them. You can shoot me an email. I love seeing y'all's emails that you send me. I've gotten so many emails with pictures of old filling stations and gas stations related to ESSO, or your old truck that you have. Or even I've gotten a lot of people saying, Jason, your old truck was the same thing that my granddaddy had or my daddy had. And it's brought me to tears seeing that. So I'm loving all that nostalgia and memories you guys are sending my way. And please keep it coming. I may not respond to them all, but I'm trying my best to read every one of them, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And I cannot thank you enough for doing that. I mean, it just, I love it. Oh, let's see if we can get this tarp on here, girl. Only thing I'm worried about is snakes and rats being under here. It's been so daggum hot, though. I don't know if anything would want to get under there, honestly. You know it? Y'all pretty much probably all know about tarping. I've preached about this till I was blue in the face, just about. Tarping acts like a cover crop, per se. Mother Nature does not like bare ground. So we're gonna cover it up. But what tarping does great is it's gonna create the ideal environment for seeds to germinate. Was it a rat, Holly? You took off running. Mouse. And this one is a silage tarp now. You can buy your regular old tarps, and they've gotten expensive, so I found that it isn't much difference between a silage tarp and a regular tarp that you get from Home Depot, the ones that you use for foundations. It's really not that much difference in price, y'all. And a silage tarp is better because it's UV treated. So it's not going to dry rot in the sun or bake in the sun and like a regular tarp will. That's why the silage tarps are better. Now this tarp, my silage tarps come from Hoss Tools and they got them in different lengths. I love the 40 by 40 plots, and so they got one that's 40 by 40, which is perfect for me, but you can cut them too. And oh, getting back, because I lost my train of thought there. I had a Farmer Jason Squirrel moment talking about the it creating the most ideal climate for seeds to germinate, which would be weed seeds, right? These weed seeds are going to want to germinate. My tarp's going to give it the ideal climate to germinate. We're going to have moisture and we're going to have heat. But when they germinate, they're germinating under a solid black tarp that's going to get no telling how hot under here once the blazing sun sets in. So it will kill off all those new seeds that just germinated, okay? And in theory, this is what happens, and I know it works because it worked at Little Cog. When you do this over and over and over and over, what you're doing is you're creating a stale weed bed is what they call it, okay? So this will eventually get less and less and less and less weeds over time because we're constantly tarping it and cover cropping it. So that's why I love tarping. All right, y'all, we got the tarp on here pretty good. Now it's time to brick her up. And they give you these sandbags, and y'all, honestly, I like the bricks better. I just do. They're gonna be here forever. They're the proper weight. They will hold this tarp down. The sandbags will not if we get a big windstorm. And center blocks, concrete blocks, are pretty inexpensive, and it'd be a one-time purchase. All right, y'all, last one. Now, whew, good deal. I've been wanting to do this for a few weeks now, and finally got around to do it. Plus, we didn't get that plow until middle of last week, so I'm glad I waited. I am. I really am. That was meant to be. There was a reason that I was told to wait, and that was because I was gonna get to use Big Joe out here. Y'all know Granddaddy's up there smiling. You know he is. You did good, Big Joe. You did good, buddy. By the way, Big Joe has a neutral safety switch, so it will not crank if it's in gear. Oh, how awesome and cool was that, y'all? 2 years ago, you told me I was out there plowing my field with Big Joe. I might have to get you drug tested. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go help Brooke finish cutting some grass, and then Mary Carl and myself are gonna go head to downtown Clinton and check out the car show under the lights. Well, we are back home. Had an awesome time with Mary Carl. We had such a good time, and it was lots of beautiful, beautiful cars there. Just made the end of the day just absolutely perfect. And I didn't take ESSO. I know some of y'all may say, Jason, did you take ESSO? Why didn't you take ESSO? Because I just wanted to chill and hang out with my daughter. You know, you go to these car shows, and you know, this one was started at 6, was over at 10, so you got to stick around there for 4 hours. And you know, I just wanted to hang out with Mary Carl, and did just that. Just the best way to end the day. How much better could this day get? You know what I mean? Seriously. Big Joe gets better, or way better. And me and Mary Carl hung out this evening and had a daughter-daddy date night at the car show. And I don't know, it was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you had the best day ever today as well. Catch you guys on the next one. We appreciate you so much. Hope it's blessed. Y'all be good.